Alright, so we got the next wish list confirmed, and by the time you see this video, the wish list is either going to be out for like 30 minutes or an hour, or it's about to come out. So this is actually going to be very important to see who you pick, and I think I'm going to do this on the first of every month on a reset. So I can't really do it before because I wanted to make an Ethereum restart video, which I would appreciate if you go check that video out. It would mean the world to me because I genuinely I'm very passionate about the game and I know it's going to be a good game. Now, in terms of JJK, right? These are the picks for the month. So we got yellow Inumaki, yellow Nobara, red Toto, adult time. I don't know the name of the middle one. And then the one on the right is a damage reduction, cursed energy, wreck bit. So we're going to kind of just talk. Mutual trust is the one on the right. So we're essentially going to talk about which are the best options and for what instances. So in terms of dupes, right now, just in terms of dupes, I would say the best is either duped on Nobara, or you get dupes one for this, right? So let's say you don't have a dupe in this damage reduction wreck bit, get a dupe for this. This is if you have everything. If you have everything, right, you get a dupe in this, right? If there's no dupes, only if there's no dupes. Now, if this has a dupe, any other dupe goes into Nobara. Not Toto, not Inumaki, not any of these. It goes into Nobara. That's the second option, but you want to first make sure you have a dupe in this. If you have everything, right? If you have everything, first this, dupe it out to one, and then this if you have everything else, right? That's basically it. Now, let's say you're missing. Let's say you're missing everything else. Like, let's say you're missing all 6 or missing 3, right? What is the order? So number 1, the most important is going to be yellow Nobara. Now, yellow Nobara is only going to be needed if you don't have Tinjo or if you don't have Yuji, or if you don't plan on getting Yuji, sorry. So Nobara actually is a perfect replacement for sweep if you don't have Zonji or Tinjo. But you need to obviously buff her. So make sure that you have enough because it's her skill 3 and her ult that gets buffed, which means you need 9 chaos crystals. So remember when I just made the video talking about an amazing update letting you get 2 more chaos crystals a month? Yeah, this is why you need 9 chaos crystals, because you need to make sure her ult is maxed and her skill 3 is max leveled, both of them. But when it is, she's going to be very good, but you only need her if you don't have Zonji or Tinjo, okay? She is going to be able to clear your sweep runs, and let's talk about why. So she's able to put her nail counts obviously for 3 turns. Then she gets her Jujutsu buff for 55%, which is actually pretty high. Now, what her skill 3 gets is a bigger like base damage increase, and then also a bigger damage increase at 50% HP, a 150% damage increase, which is very good. And also it goes from 400% to 500%. But more than that, right? More than that, you're also able, well, the crit rate and crit damage just got buffed. Fucking 100% crit rate, 100% crit damage. Like, the damage increase is insane. Not only did the crit damage get buffed, it seems like it's pretty much a guaranteed crit, right? And then furthermore, stop the selected enemy's action with a 30% chance and decrease the enemy's crit hit res for 2 turns of 25%. This skill got way better. Way better. So for sure, this is going to be very good. Now, her ult, also big increase. First of all, increase nail count by 3, okay? Starting damage is 150, top damage is 550 damage increase, right? 9 counts should be pretty easy to reach. You just got to put 2, right? You put 2 skill 1s and you get it. So probably the turn order is going to be skill 2, 1, 1 alt, or like something in that. With skill 3 could be after alt. In my opinion, I do not use Nobara. Gonna make that clear, but just what I see on paper and knowing that she's very good, right? And then also the alt damage did get increased 500 to 550. Considering there's already a 100% damage increase, that's huge. But what else is there that's strong? The 40% damage increase for Jujutsu for 3 turns. Now, why this is good is because it lets you use the ult afterwards with this buff in mind, which is absolutely insane. That means you just get a 40% debuff outright, which is fucking huge, okay? Lovely, okay? Lovely. So that's the buff. Really good buff, but this didn't get changed. So Nobara is actually going to be able to clear it because she has single target meant for single target, and it's going to be very fucking good, right? And then, of course, there's this. So for sweep, this is going to be fucking huge, right? So sweep is single target. You have to do 68 million damage total. And you might be like, oh, easy. I just have to nuke once. Nope, not the case because it stops you twice. So the debuffs and damage do not continue after, I think, 3 million HP. Then you go to phase 2 and then debuffs reset. No debuffs. Debuffs stay. And then afterwards, I think it's at like another 15 mil HP. Then buffs and HP stops. You can't do more damage. So you have to make sure that you're doing good enough. So this is the first unit I'd recommend. Number 2 is Toge. Now, Inumaki, I don't know why I said Toge, that weirded me out. Anyway, Inumaki is going to be very good for floors 61 plus. Main reason, you take so much damage and you don't do enough damage to clear in time. Guys, you're not going to clear in like 5 turns, 10 turns, when there's like 30 mil HP on some units, upwards of 70 million. And the biggest thing is that debuffs from 65 to 70 are reduced by 65%, which means a debuff that's 300% is now 100%. And then from 61 to 70, the buffs are reduced by 60%, which means a buff that's about 100% is now 40%, right? So the buffs are reduced from 61 to 70, debuffs from 65 to 70. I don't know which one 70 is, but it's that time frame, right? That like kind of gap. Now, why this is important is because you're doing less damage because buffs and debuffs are reduced in their respective floors that I just mentioned. That means you need someone to have stall. Now, Inumaki is great for stalling because, first of all, he's able to do some damage, but he's able to heal himself. 25% heal, 0 cursed energy, right? And then the big thing is that with his buff now, he's able to get 3 revives in a battle. So 3 revives is going to let you kind of get that stall. And then even better, his skill 2 is actually going to give you the debuff. And you only need 1 Inumaki. If you have him once, well then that's fine. Because let's say, I just want to give another situation. If you have Nobara with dupes, maybe max dupes, maybe like you have your dupe 3 or 4, you have this dupe 1, but you have Inumaki dupe 0, you could put the dupe into Inumaki. The first dupe is very valuable. So it goes, basically, dupe 0, if you don't own her, you get Nobara. And then, if you have Inumaki, you get this dupe 1. If you don't have Inumaki, of course you get this. If this is dupe 1, then you could get a dupe in this, right? I hope that makes sense for priority. Let me know if you have a certain case down below that you'd like me to answer. But this is a very, very good unit for the floors on JP that they just added and future floors for yellow. He's going to be very good because you could also put this damage increase, which is pretty nice. Definitely a good unit that he could stall, just be there, and then obviously do a bit of damage for yellow. So pretty good. Now, why is this one good? Well, it gives 10 cursed energy to all allies with the damage reduction. It's a very good combo. So you want to get this dupe 1 as long as you have Nobara and Inumaki, I would say. This one is going to be very good for floors where you want to use red Inumaki, rare red Inumaki, to be able to get 2 skill 2s in a row. This one will allow you to do that because it's going to give you 10 CE. So it's going to be able to give Inumaki the extra cursed energy he will need to be able to use his skill 2 on turn 2 and then afterwards die. That's usually how you're going to use them in a lot of floors, is you use his skill 2, give the alt gauge on turn 1, use his skill 2 on turn 2, give the alt gauge on turn 2, and then ideally he dies, right? So this cursed energy is why you want to get it to dupe 1, because it's going to let you get a lot more team comps. And if you're able to get this to dupe 1, it's going to be huge for your count and allow your rec bits to have a lot more versatility. So that's going to be it for the wish list. Let me know what you're picking, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching the video. That's the wish list for this month. Hopefully next month, the big winners I would like to see. What was last month? Actually, hold on. Let's check this out. I kind of forgot. Last month was blue Gojo, green Yuji, and red Maki. Sorry, Maki. So what I could see next month is blue Megumi, green Nanami, and I guess Panda? Maybe they start adding the other standard banner. But they did Maki, Todo, Gojo, Yuji, and then these 2. So the only units we're missing are these 2. And then Megumi. So next month they could do this. But then the month after, they're going to have to start giving the second standard banner update, which could include units like red Yuji. Unless they just rerun like red green Yuji and shit like that. They could do that. Would be a bit scummy, but they could do that. Hopefully they bring the second batch of standard units, because it would be pretty goated. Like, look at this. It would be pretty goated to get the second batch, like red Yuji, red Nobara, blue Momo, Junpei. Yeah, it would be pretty goated. Yellow Nanami, right? Hollow purple Degumi. Could be pretty insane. So yeah, Let me know what you're picking. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully next month is the last time we see the first batch of standard units, and then we move on to bigger, better things.